Hello, it's Jolene here from Chill Lifestyle. Okay, so we are going to be doing a weekly forecast, just to give you an idea as to maybe what you need to do this week or what you need to concentrate on this week. What does Spirit want to tell you, or what advice do they want to give you? Okay. I've been asked, some of the messages I've been receiving are people just asking, they're not really too sure how this all works. Once again, this is, when you choose a pals, so when you look at these images, that image, that maybe the letter 8, maybe the infinity, because it is an infinity sign, maybe the color, maybe you just always like to choose number 1, maybe you just always like to choose number 2. The angels know what it is that you need, and yes, this is for the collective. And so people often ask, how does the angels know what I want to do out of 3 pals? They're not going to know exactly what you want. This is literally all about taking what resonates. Okay, not every card is going to pertain to your situation or issue or what you're going through. None of the pals might. Maybe this is just not your week to have this reading. If you've come to this reading, there might be something in here for you. So let you take whatever it is that you needed to hear and move on. Or, it's not necessarily meaning that this is all for you. Some people this will resonate with very much so, and others not so much. Okay. Once again, that's why I ask, when you start off, is to look at each pile and just think to yourself, which one seems like it's more for me? And generally, maybe if you don't like that pile, try another. Don't do all 3, obviously, but one of them will definitely resonate with you. We're also all going through very similar things at the moment. This coronavirus is literally here to teach all of us certain lessons. Okay, so that's why you'll find that a lot of people will resonate with one pile or the next. Okay, so yes, for pile number 1 we have this turquoisey blue infinity sign. Okay, for pile number 2 we have the angel wings. For pile number 3 we have like a little diamante little necklace thing. Okay, so once again, have a deep look at think about what it is that you need to focus on this week, and maybe this will definitely help you. And I will start with pile number 1. Okay, for those of you who have chosen the infinity sign, pile number 1, here's your reading. Okay, I'm going to go through your tarot cards first, and then I'll go through to your oracle cards. Okay, so we start off here with the King of Cups. We then got 7 of Cups, Page of Swords, the Moon card, and the 9 of Swords. Okay, so straight away, and then we've got my dog. I'm so sorry about this. Can you move, please? So sorry. Okay, so my dog just decides she wants to be part of the reading again. I suppose that adds some lightheartedness to the reading. Oh my god, she's coming back. Hello. I think she's so bored with this. She so badly wants to go out. Come sit here. Okay, so let's carry on without her trying to get all the attention. Okay, so maybe you're needing a little bit more laughter in your life, for those of you who've chosen pile number 1. A little bit more loyalty. Okay, so, which is also quite funny, because you also, the infinity card is maybe you dealing with something that, you want to know more about, whether something is long lasting, or you're needing to know more about something that brings you more infinity to your life. Okay. Right, okay. Sorry. Okay, right. Let's try to get a little bit more serious, and I'll get into the reading. Okay, so we start off with the King of Cups. Okay, so the King of Cups is a king of someone who's a king of his emotions. Okay, so this is someone who, it's very much a water sign, so it's your Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is someone who is very emotional, but very in control of his emotions. Okay, and maybe it's something that you need to think about this week, or maybe you're a little bit too controlled of your emotions, and you're trying to deal with something, because we've got a lot of emotions in this deck. Your main theme for this week is choices. Okay, so there's something you're trying to decide. Okay, and maybe they're saying to you, try not to be too rigid with your emotions right now. Try to be a little bit more free flowing, because obviously it's causing you a lot of anxiety. It's causing you a lot of confusion with the moon card there. I mean, we are dealing with the moon in Libra, and Librans are all about passion. They're all about balance. They're all about love and Venus, and so maybe that's what you're dealing with. Maybe you've got a choice or an option, and if it's not love, then they're asking you to use your heart on this. Okay, there's something you want to communicate to someone, and maybe that's where you're stuck, because you're not really too sure what you want to communicate or how. Okay, the moon card's also a card of using your intuition. Okay, so this is a time for you to meditate and to sit and think about your choices or options. Okay, sit with each one and meditate on each of them, because sleepless nights and anxiety is not going to give you the answers. They never do. They create fear, and when you have fear, you make the wrong decisions. Okay, so again, yes, you maybe need to sit with your emotions and your choices this week. Write it out. I always say the best thing is to write it out, because your soul knows the answers. Okay, your heart knows what it wants. Okay, your mind is this. Your mind is the swords. That's very much trying to use logic instead of trying to use the heart. Okay, allow the emotions to flow. Don't be rigid. Okay, let's get on to your oracle cards. Okay, so we've got balance. Look here, straight away. So what did I say? Libra, funny enough, Libra, the scales, that's very much a Libra quality there as well. And that is exactly it. Your life is out of balance in some way or form, and that also doesn't help, and that causes you a lot of anxiety. Okay, as you can see on the image, there's also a heart, which is quite funny. So how does that all resonate with everything? And someone's giving a gift and other person's giving a heart. And what this is, again, it's telling you is to use, is to balance your emotions at the moment. Sit with this decision or this choice or whatever it is that's making you feel anxious or frustrated. Sit with it in a balanced way. Think about each option or decision, whatever it is, and think about the give and take. What do I get out of this option, and what do I get out of that option? Which one of these options fill my heart? Okay, because maybe one of these options, there's an unequal balance, so that means someone's giving too much and another person's taking. So just have a look in each option as where am I being the person who's maybe taking, I mean it could be you, too much, or where am I giving too much and someone else is taking from me. Okay, because if you're not balanced, no relationship can work with an equal amount of give and take. Okay, there's many times where there's a lot of compromise. I mean, it's always the best way in any relationship is to have a lot of equal give and take and a lot of compromise. There's areas that you might not like that you have to give a little bit more, and there's areas where your partner needs to give and therefore you can take. Okay, look here, meditate. What did I say earlier? Meditation. Okay, so again, meditate on each answer. A lot of people say to me, well, I can't meditate. Yes, you can. Meditation is not necessarily sitting umming for hours and hours on end. People have this thought that meditation means I have to sit quietly, sit up straight, fold my legs and go into yoga pose and meditate. No, it's not. You can do a guided meditation. You can just listen to music. All it means is to listen within. and to quiet your mind. Because if you are battling with a decision and it's causing you anxiety, you're not going to make the right decision. Meditation is sitting there and listening to your heart. It's sitting in silence. I know many people who meditate while washing dishes, for example. They're doing something, but it's not stressful. It takes no thought. Meditating can be, you can just go for a long walk. If you, like the rest of us, that you can't leave your place, then you can go for a long walk around the house, around the garden. Lie in the bath. Play in your garden. But wherever you are, find a place where you can be quiet and have a time to just sit. Don't try to have too many distractions. I always say take a pen and paper, especially if you're struggling with a choice. Okay. And write down, in each box, the likes and dislikes, the pros, the cons. Every choice has a good thing and a bad thing, and then that will help you to, even out the choices. You've got the support card here, so maybe that's where you need to communicate. They're saying to you, get support on the situations. They are also telling you that you are very supported right now. Okay, you've got your angels around you, you've got God around you, you've got your spirit guides, you've got your loved ones, your ancestors, your people who have passed over. They are around you right now, trying to help you. So by meditating, allow them to help. Ask for their help. Deal with the communication and ask for help. You've got the support. Ask. Okay. You don't have to do this alone. Okay, whatever it is, this anxiety, this stress, this sleepless nights is really and truly not going to help you. Okay, you've then got the pleasure card, which is, again, it's all about finding some joy in your circumstances. Because again, it's just confirming everything that I'm repeating again and again and again. It's time for you to find a little bit of pleasure, a bit of joy. In that joy, you'll find the peace, and in that peace, you'll find the answer. Okay, it's all the same thing. It's maybe it's my dog jumping in the bed and finding laughter in the situation instead of getting angry and she's screwing up my recording and throwing her out and having to start again. It's the reminder that not everything's going to be perfect. Sometimes you just have to be silly, and have some silliness in your life. When you're being silly and when you're finding pleasure in life, again, it can be in your garden, it can be in baking, it can be in cooking, it could be in your children, just watching children running around. That could be your pleasure. During those moments, these answers will come to you. You know this answer. It is literally in your heart. Okay, so that's where you need to be this week. Okay, this is not a week to be worrying about work or worrying about money or worrying about anything. This is literally a week for you to work with your heart on whatever it is that you need to decide, and to balance your emotions and to balance your life and to find the balance in your life. Okay. Well, pile number one, I hope there's something in there that you understand and something in there that resonates. And again, please comment down below. The more comments I get, the more I know I'm on the right path. If you don't like what I'm saying, comment down below. Then at least I know I'm completely off. But, I can only help those who let me know what's going on. Okay. Right. You have a brilliant week and I'll chat to you soon. Hello and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 2. Okay. So, with the angel wings, maybe those who've chosen this card, the angels are trying to tell you that they're near you right now. Okay, so whatever you're dealing with this week, your angels want you to know that they are with you. Okay, helping you through. I'm going to go through the tarot cards first, and then we'll go to the oracle cards. Okay, so pile number 1, what have you got? You've got the Judgment card. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Sun card. And you have got the Nine of Wands. Okay, so your week, wow, okay, so I think you've got a pretty good week, a week ahead. This is definitely a week where the wheel's about to turn, and it's going to turn into your favor. The Judgment card is all about, making a final choice, a final judgment on something, getting a final answer to whatever it is that you've been looking for. it's about, you know, rising to the new, rising to you know, to spirit, finally deciding what it is that you want, getting your final answers, and starting over. Okay. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here as well, which is, once again, it's a new beginning, a new offer that's going to be coming your way, one that's going to bring you a lot of happiness. Okay. A lot of joy, a lot of happiness is coming in for you, because that's what the Sun card is. It's the happiest card in the deck. It's all about love and joy and happiness and family and you know, just being seriously happy. Okay, so whatever you've been going through, you know, the final judgments, it's happened. The calling's now in. This is destiny now stepping in, and especially with the Wheel of Fortune, this is destiny telling you the wheel has changed. Okay, it's now finally your turn. The offer that's coming is definitely going to be a good one. They're telling you to just hold fast. If it doesn't come in straight away, I mean, obviously, you know, the whole world is in a halt, really and truly. I mean, there's you might get a good job offer, for example, or a new beginning to start, and it might not happen yet, because of the fact that the world is upside down. They're saying to you, just, you know, stick it out, be resilient. They're just letting you know that it's coming. Okay, some really, really good things that will make you really happy is on its way. Okay, but again, stick it out. So this is the time not to give up on your hope. This is not a time to give up on your happiness. This is not a time to give up on everything that you want. Okay, this is a really powerful week for you. I mean, you've got literally 3 major corners. Look at that, 1, 2, 3. Powerful week for you guys. Okay, but you need to be a little bit more resilient. Okay, things might be tough, things might be, you know, really hard, you know, in the media and everything else, but stick it out. Okay, because look here, Oracle card, celebration. Yay, time to celebrate. You see, once again, this is going to bring you a lot of celebration, guys. Really fantastic news is on its way. Okay, they're asking you just to, this is the Truth and Integrity card. So all they're saying to you is, yes, okay, this is all really good and really great, so there's no negative news, but just whatever it is that you want to bring in, just, you know, make sure it's within your true and highest integrity. Okay, it's for your higher good. It's for you know, like, for example, this is not a time to start bragging to other people that you know are not in a good position. You know, just not really too sure where that could be, even though, yeah, okay, this might make sense. There's a bit of competition, there's a bit of fighting. So maybe you feel, sorry, I'm thinking, you know, with your warrior guides and the competition card, this is very much, you might be fighting with someone at the moment, and then they're asking you, because this is also standing in your viewpoint. Okay, so I'm just going to read these cards. So yes, there is celebration for you, but maybe before that comes, you've got a situation where you might be in competition with something, or there might be a little bit of fighting, and then what it's saying is stand your ground. Okay, so this card is also a card of stand your ground, okay, in whatever you believe, but please make sure you're using your truth, your inner truth, and make sure you're staying within your integrity. Okay, there's no point in winning a fight. I mean, this could be very much a win, but, you know, watch your tongue, watch, you know, in the long run, what are you winning? You know, you don't exactly want to win something and you're going to be celebrating, but it's out of your truth and your integrity. So just watch that. Okay, not to put a downer on the exciting reading, it's still a fantastic reading, definitely one that there's, you know, it's going to bring cause for celebration, but, you know, again, you just might need to deal with a little bit of competition, and again, I mean, if you happen, just say, for example, okay, so there's a job you've been waiting for, you might be in competition with someone else, and again, just make sure that your integrity is intact, because you don't want to win and then find out later on that you've lied to get that job, for example. I'm just giving you a bit of an example here, because then it's out of your integrity, and then, you know what, whatever you've won, you could also lose. Okay, so just, I don't know what that pertains to, but I'm sure you do. And then you've also got the card signs. So again, the angels are saying, look, there's signs all the way around you. Maybe you're seeing certain numbers all the time. Maybe the angel wings is a sign, to tell you that they are near you, and that the answer is yes. Whatever you're dealing with right now, it's the judgment call is going to be handed down, and an offer is going to come, and it's going to be something that's going to bring about happiness and reasons to celebrate. Okay, I think that was pretty straightforward. There's nothing else I can see or think of at the moment, so I'm just going to leave it here. Okay, group number 2. I think that's quite a brilliant week. It's a lot of positivity. Just again, just double check again and with your integrity in the situation for whatever reason. Okay, cool. You guys have a fantastic week, and I'll chat to you later. Hello and welcome to those who chose pile number 3. Okay, so with all of this, maybe it's all that glitters. So maybe this week something's going to catch your eye. Something's going to be quite glittery or quite sparkly. Maybe they're asking you to shine your bright light on someone else, or shine your bright light on the world. Maybe you need to get dressed up this week. Maybe just throwing a few things out there. Maybe they're saying, time to maybe dress yourself up. Maybe you haven't seen your friends and you're feeling quite low, and the angels are saying, well, dress up, have a date, have a FaceTime date. Okay. I'm going to go through your tarot cards, and then we will go through to the oracle cards. Okay. So, our first card out is the King of Pentacles. Okay. Next card out is the Three of Swords. We then got the Three of Wands, Knight of Swords, Page of Wands. Alright, so we have got quite a lot of fire in this one, so maybe you've got quite a bit of a fiery week. We've also got some swords, so it could also be something where you need to use a lot of your intellect in something this week. Okay, so you're starting off with quite a successful card. I mean, the King of Pentacles is very much of someone who's in control. This is someone who has built a lot of security. You might, be in a position of authority, or you're someone who wants to create a lot of a success. So in whatever it is you're doing this week, they're telling you that, it's going to create a lot of success. Okay. It's asking you to obviously be a little bit more level-headed, and try and remove the ego from your situation. Okay. By all means, it's saying, work hard, look at your patience this week, deal with whatever it is that you need to deal with this week with a lot of patience, a lot of love, and a lot of care, kind of thing. Okay. Hard work will definitely get you results this week. Okay. You've also got the Three of Swords, so you might be dealing with a little bit of heartbreak. Maybe something in your life makes you feel just a little bit sad at the moment, or something to do with heartbreak is stopping you. Okay. I think there's something you obviously want to take a chance on, and maybe you're scared to take a chance because of the heartbreak that you've had, or maybe you're worried about success because of this heartbreak. Okay, you want to take a chance, but you're also worried. So the heartbreak definitely puts a halt into whatever it is, and they're saying to you, leave the heartache behind. Okay, deal with the situation in a balanced way, think it out very carefully, but there's definitely a new opportunity that's coming that you want to take a chance of. Okay. You got a lot of concerns on the horizon, again, because of the fact that I think this heartache's, keeping you quite locked into a situation. But this is definitely, it's a good time. Okay, there's some really good things coming your way. You need to take a bit of a chance, whether it's in a career, a business, or love. Okay. But you obviously want to rush in. This is someone who, you're definitely wanting to rush in quite quickly towards this situation, And maybe they're just saying to you, just hold off rushing too quickly. Okay, they're not saying don't go with the situation, but they're just asking you just to be a little bit more patient, take a little bit more time, and think things through a little bit more. Okay, because the Page of Wands, again, it's you're very enthusiastic at the moment about this situation. It's definitely something that's making you very passionate, and you just want to start. You just want to rush in and start. There is definitely good news. I mean, I think it's whatever it is, it's quite positive. I mean, with the King of Cups as well as the Page of Wands, it's very much about success. Okay, so let's get into your oracle cards and see what it is. We've got the Deceit card here. Okay, so I don't want to scare you. This is maybe where your Three of Cups is coming in. Okay, so the Deceit card doesn't necessarily mean someone else is deceiving you. It could mean you're deceiving yourself a little bit in the situation. Okay, so don't let that scare you. It might mean that your heartbreak is deceiving you because someone in the past hurt you. You want to take this chance, you want to rush in and you want to do everything, but the reason why you're scared or hesitant is because someone's wearing a false mask. Look at that, there's a mask, and they're holding their mask. Okay, and people around them are all holding masks. Okay, so someone in the situation is holding a mask. Okay, so maybe that's why don't rush in. Sit about this decision, think about it, and slowly work your way through. Make sure that neither you or this other person or whatever, or the people around you, aren't deceiving you. Okay, you might have been hurt in the past as well, just putting it out there, and you're worried now. So your deceit is you deceiving yourself because you don't want to take a chance because of the fear, and that fear is holding you back. Oh, we've got the Shadow card here. Okay, so the Shadow card also, it's all about just be careful of having a forked tongue right now. Maybe there's someone who is still trying to hurt you, or maybe you're fighting with someone at the moment, and even though you're quite passionate, passion sometimes might come out a bit nasty, or you might not get the response that you want, and then it's just maybe a time just to deal with your shadow side. And what that means is to deal with the things about yourself that you don't necessarily like. You might have a jealousy, a tendency to be jealous. You might have a tendency to be more controlling, and maybe once again that's where the Deceit card is coming in. Sometimes these cards make a bit of a story. Heartbreak. One thing I have to say about heartbreak is we often want to blame the other person. They broke my heart, they walked away, they cheated, they lied, they stole. Whatever the situation is, I'm not saying that you need to be blaming yourself, but you do need to take a look at your part in that heartbreak. Okay, what did I do to contribute, and how can I change that? This is not so that that person can feel better about themselves. By no means. It's about you healing your own shadow self. It's about you healing what are you not facing, what are you using a mask on. You need to take the mask off, and you need to be very honest with yourself right now, so that you don't repeat the mistakes. If you want to move on and you find a new opportunity and you want to take a chance on a new love, that's great. But before you rush in, you need to work within your shadow and work with that shadow and go, okay, so what triggers me to be so jealous? Why am I so possessive? Why do I have to be right all the time? Why am I always like this? Deal with that, work with that shadow side, so that when you do want to come in with this offer, whether it be, I'm just giving you an example, obviously, of love, that you come in with a lot more authentic, or authentic. I can't talk today. Authenticity, that word. You've got your emerging. You've got actually more cards than everyone else, but I'm just giving you the cards that fell out. Okay. So what this is about, again, if you look at these cards, it's very much taking off the mask and being the true you. The true you is going to start to emerge. Okay, so yes, there's a lot of passion. I'll come back to that, but once again, life force, passion, Aphrodite, that's like the sexual god and goddess. You've got a lot of passion for someone, you want to go in. You've also got the romance card. This is quite funny. So I mean, look, it doesn't have to be love. It can be passion about anything you really want to dive in, because you've obviously, maybe you've started something, or you want to take a chance on a new relationship, and wow, it's bringing your life force is burning, your loins are burning, you're feeling all these romantic feelings, and you just want to dive so badly into this relationship. And I'm not saying please don't misunderstand me. All I'm saying is take this week before you dive in so passionately and so crazy. Is just deal with your past heartbreak. It's all I'm asking. Okay, take off the mask. What better for someone to love if they don't know the real you? Someone needs to love the real you, no matter how scary it is. This is the time to go. This is to peel away all the onions and say, okay, these are all my layers. This is what I have to offer. Yes, I'm passionate. Yes, I want romance. Yes, I want you, and I want to start something new with you. But these are all my layers, and I have to remove all my layers. And you need to see the ugly me. Okay, literally. And yes, I need to work on my shadow self. I need to work on what it is that caused my past heartbreaks. Not saying that you caused it, but what did you do? How was your contribution to that? Takes two to tango. His side, her side, and the truth, as they always say. This is the time this week to work on your shadow side. Work on whatever it is that you're deceiving yourself with. Work on whatever it is so that the true you can emerge. And then by all means, dive head into this new love, this new sexual energy that you've got lusting inside of you. Okay. Right, so I hope that resonates with you, and by all means, like and subscribe, and please comment down below. Let me know, if I'm on track on this one. Once again, it doesn't have to be about love. Maybe it's a new passion, a new hobby, a new job, or whatever. But yeah, just look at your shadow side. Look at whatever failures happened before and why the failures happened before you dive into this new, so that you don't repeat the mistakes. Okay. I hope that helps, and I will chat to you soon. Enjoy your week.